We're here with Robert Garcia, June 25th. There's a huge mega fight, I think. Abner Mares versus Jesus Cuellar. That could potentially steal the show. Talk to me about this fight, Robert.
Look, I know the Thurman Porter fight is also going to be unbelievable. So, it's not that Cuellar Mares is going to steal the show. I think we're going to have two of the most exciting fights of the year. That night in New York. So I'm excited to be part of it. I'm excited to be part of Abner Mares' camp, and we're doing a great job so far.
Robert, is it a little awkward because I know you used to train with Cuellar and Abner came to you? Tension or awkwardness?
Not at all, man. I still have a great relationship with most of the guys around Cuellar. They were my team. The conditioning coach was my conditioning coach. The cook was our cook. Assistant was my guy. Donald. So I have no bad feelings. No, it's just part of our job. It's our work. I'm very happy that Mares is part of my team now, because Mares has tremendous skills, and we're gonna show it June 25th.
How's it been training Abner Mares?
What was that?
How's it been training Abner Mares?
It's unbelievable, man. Abner Mares has been a 3-division world champion and already been on top of the world, a great Mexican world champion. He's listening, following instructions, doing what he needs to do, doing everything he's told, and I appreciate him giving me that respect. I'm actually enjoying training camp with Abner Mares.
Do you enjoy it more than what you did with?
What was that?
Do you enjoy it more than what you did with Jesus Cuellar?
100%. 100%. Cuellar's a great fighter, great champion, but to know that the wife was counting rounds and writing them down and keeping notes of the rounds that I did miss with him, the days that I missed because I had to go fight. Who does that? Who does that? Or hearing from one of his friends, that he wanted me to shut the doors and don't let nobody in during his training sessions. Who does that? Not even Maidana did that. Mikey doesn't do it. Mares doesn't do it. Brandon never did it. So, I'm just 100% happier with Abner Mares.
Going a little bit off topic, Robert. How's the situation going with Chavez Jr.? Because I understand there's some.
Look, with Chavez is I have nothing bad to say about Chavez. Chavez is a great person, great kid, great heart. Him and his attorney got a hold of me yesterday. Chavez was kind enough to give me a nice gift, for the time wasted. Robert, I'm gonna make this move for personal reasons. It wasn't because I wasn't training him or because he doesn't like the way I was training him. It's personal reasons that I don't have to reveal. So that shows me the kind of person that he is. He's got tremendous heart. He took care of me. He took care of my other assistant. Very well. I'm going to support him 100% to the end. I'm still going to visit him. I'm still going to call him. I'm still going to talk to him because he also needs friends around him, and I consider myself his friend.
How do you see that fight, him against Jay Rosado? Because they're flirting with that idea of it happening. What do you think about that fight?
They're talking about it, and they were talking about it with me too. Chavez was talked to me about it. I've talked to Fernando Vargas about it. It's an interesting fight. I want to see that fight now as a fan. And it was kind of going to be kind of good, but also kind of competitive, me against Fernando Vargas. But I'll still be there to watch it. I'm still going to be there supporting not only Chavez, but also Fernando Vargas. He's my compa, and Gabriel Rosado is also a good dude. So it's a fight that I want to see. Hopefully it happens.
Last topic I want to touch with you. What did you think about the Canelo versus Amir Khan fight?
Look, I think a lot of people gave it criticism, but I think it was a fair match. Yeah, the weight divisions was different, but Canelo did what he had to do. Amir Khan was doing a great job the first 4 rounds. I thought he was ahead of the fight. I haven't seen it again, but seeing it when I was watching it, I thought Khan was ahead. But he gets caught. That's something everybody expected. The moment that Canelo lands that punch, the fight's over, and that's exactly what happened.
Robert, you have the eye of a trainer, not that everyone there has it. But do you think he's ready for Triple G, or do you think he has like 1 or 2 more fights experience, or what does it mean?
Look, I know Canelo will take that fight, and he'll do the fight now if he wanted to. But this is a business, and this is Golden Boy. This is the management also. It's not Canelo's decision. I think what they're gonna do is maybe have a fight later this year on both of them on the same card on a big pay-per-view, just to get that fight a little bit
More steam.
marinate a little bit more for next year. That's my guess, and that's probably the smart way to do it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo takes it this year, because he ain't afraid of him. He wants to fight, and me personally, I'll go with a Mexican fighter.
So you're rooting for obviously Canelo.
Of course. Abel Sanchez is a great guy. I love Abel Sanchez. I've known Abel Sanchez since I was like 5 years old. And Triple G is probably one of the nicest persons in boxing, but I gotta go with my Mexican fighter.
Robert, how do you fight someone like Triple G with a lot of power? Knows how to cut off the ring, use a ring generalship. How do you fight someone like that?
Okay, it's hard, man. That's something Canelo's team got to figure out. Because there hasn't been anybody that can give you guys a blueprint. Everybody gets knocked out. So honestly, I don't know.